That's I find that funny. Question number 33. If excrement was currency, how would I invest? I would invest in plumbing. Question number 34. How many farts equal one hug in a world made? Do I think that people fart more than they hug each other? Yes. How much more do I think people fart than they hug each other? This is a crazy thing to think about. Because hugging is something you mainly do as a greeting to someone. And it's not everyone who greets each other with a hug. It's something you do only to some people, and only some people actually hugs and stuff. But farting, everyone does that. So how many farts equal one hug? I think it's like 0 point something. And I won't give you any concrete answer, because I don't know. I don't have the research, I don't have the data. Question number 35. Imagine a horror movie set entirely in a giant toilet. Then it says something about villain. What would be the villain? The villain would be the toilet brush. Question number 36. How would astronauts reach if their spaceship smelled like feces? It doesn't say reach, it says react. How would astronauts react if their spaceship smelled like feces? They would be like, shit man, it stinks in here. Why does it smell like feces, man? Did you fart? Did you shit in our spaceship? One astronaut would say to the other. And then they would be like, no. Probably. Unless the one astronaut actually shat inside the spaceship. Yeah, so if they knew what the reason was for the smell, they would react differently than if they didn't know. And that's a general thing here in life. Question number 37. If poop could play chess, what would be its signature opening? I don't know a lot about chess openings, so I'm just gonna invent some chess opening related to poop. Oh yeah, I get it. If poop could play chess, its opening move would always be the butthole exit. Question number 38. How would I turn a pile of excrement into a music? Into a music? I would It depends on how large the pile is. And from what creature it was. I think I don't know enough about this pile to actually compose a piece of music from it. But I would be looking at it and seeing how it could be interpreted as music. Like, what rules can I play with here? What system can I set up regarding the look and the texture and temperature, size, all that kind of stuff. Question number 39. Can a toilet write a bestseller? Can a toilet write a bestseller novel? It cannot, because it is a toilet. And a toilet is made of porcelain, and porcelain is not sentient. It is also made out of other things, but nothing in the construction of the toilet makes it sentient enough to write a bestseller novel. Then I guess that there are things that aren't sentient who can write a bestseller novel, but that requires more mechanics and more advanced technology than a conventional toilet. So, like, a normal toilet cannot write a bestseller novel. And I know that it's possible to prove me wrong, because everything is possible if you bend everything a little bit, if you bend the rules and stuff. And in that case, my question is yes, but like, using common sense, no. Nitpicking to like find some way where it would be possible, then yes. Question number 40. If my shadow pooped, would it be social? If my shadow pooped, would it be social? I hope not. Question number 41. Imagine a superhero whose power is controlling diarrhea. Imagine the costume or something. Well, maybe it would be like something that gives you diarrhea. Or maybe it would just be like the poop emoji. Or maybe it would be like a mummy, but instead of actual band-aids, it would be wrapped in toilet paper that was used toilet paper. Question number 42. How would a poop apocalypse start and end? The poop apocalypse there's been a lot of talk about sentient turds, so maybe it would start there. Like some kind of virus that spread through feces. That's not sentient, but now I'm imagining something else. You would have some kind of virus that spread through excrement like poop, and that's how it would start. I guess it would start with some guy pooping, or anyone pooping. Yeah. Question number 43. If farts were edible, what would be the F? I can't answer that. I actually don't think that I will go to like great lengths to answer the questions that are formatted poorly. Can a pile of excrement run a successful startup? I think I actually have answered that question. No, I haven't. What the? A pile of excrement. I think that the other questions have been good at specifying if something that aren't normally sentient is or is not. And here there's no mention of the excrement or the pile of excrement, that it should have any like otherworldly abilities. So a pile of excrement in itself can't run a successful startup, because that takes real human work. Did I actually like cover up the microphone ports of this computer? Like, is I think this is the microphone ports, like the microphone holes. Why didn't I cover the webcam? Maybe I did this. Okay. Well, maybe the audio from most of this, like the last hour, is just bad. But then again, I think the audio is still bad now, because this isn't like the computer of all computers, the computer to end computers. I'm gonna let this video run a minute more, and then I'm gonna check the sound. Can a pile of excrement run a successful startup? I'd say no, it can't, and I don't want to stretch to answer the question. If your pillow pooped while you so then I would get up and wash myself. Question number 46. How would a romantic date go in a world made entirely? This question I have answered, so I won't answer it again.